My first weekend winner is the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Rick Perry, Hannah, the crew over there that put together this weekend's festivities for the LSU contingency coming up to New York City. They deserve a great big shout out. Friday night get together, Saturday night. Also, this has got to be a great time to be in the fundraising business for LSU. I mean, if you're asking for funds right now, the LSU brand is as hot of an item to sell as you can find in collegiate athletics, and Rick Perry and the crew over there did a fantastic job. Justin Vincent was up there this weekend with TAF with a lot of the donors. But a little bit more to that is my guy Jeff Kaliva. T, you would love this guy. President of the LSU Alumni Association up in New York City.
Yeah.
Graduate of Jesuit from New Orleans. He's got that perfect mix of New Orleans and New York.
New Orleans accent, not that far off from New York.
It's almost kind of like a head-on collision of New Orleans and New York culture wrapped up into a 30-year-old, like a 32-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, he's been up there for 12 years. I mean, he's hacked it in New York over a decade, loves the Tigers, and partied with him on Friday night, man. It was fantastic being around the city. Yeah, T, it was. They missed you up there, man.
I know.
A lot of people asking about
T-Bob. Every time
T-Bob.
you talk about it, we're like looking at T-Bob like, oh.
A lot of people asking
and
about T-Bob.
And I wasn't even worried about it. I was very in the moment this weekend. I really didn't have any FOMO. We were having so much fun at the wedding, but it's kind of, this Monday show's kind of killed me a little bit, to be honest. Okay, though.
Upper East Side with a local.
Look, I mean, come on.
Like,
dude, it's going to be like, come on.
Jeff, come in here, man. I'm like, Jeff. I love you, Jeff.
We live in the Ed Ogeron, Steve Insminger, Joe Brady era of football. We got plenty more Heismans on the way.
Amen.
Okay, this is just the first of many, so we'll be back.
Hunt Palmer tweeting in. That's exactly right. He loves him. He loves Hunt. They partied together.
Kaliva?
Yeah.
He's a Kaliva of a guy.
And he still refers to him as Hunt the Fan.
Hunt the Fan.
Hell of a Kaliva.
We called him Hunt the Fan all weekend.
My first weekend winner, well, I was going to say everybody who donated to the food bank in Athens, Ohio. That
up to 80,000 right now.
To 80,000. So South Louisiana, keep opening up those pocketbooks. Help out the food bank around Christmas. My second weekend winner, Joe Burrow's hair. Shout out to Michael Cobble. So we figured out that little Superman curl flip thing that he has that he says it's all natural. Doesn't style it at all. He says he gets out the shower, he runs his hand through it, and that's how it goes.
Of course he does.
Rivs doesn't buy it.
No, look, I think he has great hair. I'm not saying that. I just think
get the hell out of here talking trash about our boy on Monday.
Do you buy that the flip does it on its own?
No, I don't. I don't think so. But I do think he has great hair.
Oh,
I think it looks good.
If we ever get him on, I'm going to make you call him out for that.
I will.
You have to ask him the question.
Help me out. He goes to Big Bricata. Is it Marcus Bricata here in town? Who
Maybe.
cuts his hair?
I don't know. I don't know. Somewhere fancy.
Yeah.
He seems like a fancy hair guy, though.
I mean, his hair does look like a fancy cut.
It does. It does. My first winner.
You laughing at that?
My only winner this weekend.
No, I was just thinking to myself about how I used to be a fancy haircut guy, and now I'm living like
New Orleans
used to
guy.
drive to New Orleans.
Now I'm
just
living
to
like
get
the
his haircut.
complete opposite direction. I mean, I've gone so hard against that.
My weekend winner is LSU football. Louisiana Secretary of State Kyle Arden proclaimed Monday, December 16th, which is today, to be LSU football day in the state after members of the team scooped up top honors and played and continue to play in a historic season. A copy of the proclamation signed by Arden lists the Tigers winning the SEC championship game, Coach Ogeron being named Coach of the Year, Joe Burrow being named the second Heisman winner in LSU history, wide receiver Jamar Chase receiving the Biletnikoff Award, and safety Grant Delpit being presented with the Jim Thorpe Award as reasons he dedicated the day to celebrate the team's success. So congrats, Louisiana.
I mean,
and
amazing,
LSU football.
All those awards.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what we see.
Insane.
We talked about it
amazing.
Friday.
It's
We
amazing.
recapped the award show Friday. It's pretty, yeah.
LSU
Maybe.
Invitational.
All right, my weekend winner. Burrow's star just keeps rising and rising. I'm about to talk boxing, so stay with me.
Okay.
Teofimo Lopez has earned his first world championship with a spectacular second-round TKO victory of Richard Comey. So Lopez snatched the IBF lightweight championship in a significant place in the consciousness of today's boxing fans. Now, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, you definitely just took that from whatever article you
But
read.
I did a copy paste. But after the win, Lopez donned Joe Burrow's number 9 jersey and struck a Heisman pose before his post-game interview. Now, there's still a lot more football to play, but clearly, Joe Burrow's influence has not stopped building.
Good branding by our guy Teofimo there. Also, he pulled a standing gainer, which I thought was pretty impressive.
Yes.
You know, a backflip going forward. And
After
he made it
a boxing match?
Need a lot of
After a
momentum.
second round knockout, He hits a standing gainer into the Heisman pose. Really strong celebration all around.
I hit my head on the Bocage diving board when I was 12 trying to gainer.
I've always been the one time I tried a gainer, I just never made it past looking straight up at the sky.
I mean,
just
never
smoked
even
my
tried.
back.
I still
Never
feel
even
it
tried.
like I'll never try it again. My second weekend winner
Hit your head.
is
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. Everybody has that story on why you became enamored with New York when you were a kid, right? Whether it was like Batman, the movies. Mine was Saturday Night Live. I always thought that Saturday Night Live, when I would watch it, I always thought that I was going to New York City. It was really because of the intro, how they take you around through the subway, through the streets, all throughout.
Yeah.
So Saturday Night Live is like, it's huge right now. This is the week. Eddie Murphy is coming back this week.
Yeah.
No,
This week.
He's coming back. You
To
heard
host
that
Saturday
article. He
Night Live.
said that he's back and he's here to stay.
This is the first time in how many years?
I mean, Ribs, 80s?
Yeah.
Since the 80s, 30 years. And a lot of people were talking about that around the city this
Really?
weekend, which I
Little
thought was
SNL
pretty cool.
talk?
Yeah, man, it was cool. And then, so I ended up watching, so SNL replays in New York.
Yeah.
Like when they say, so when I got in on Saturday, I was watching SNL and Scarlett Johansson was in there.
And she's with
And
Colin
she's
Jost.
and they had a great moment. I've got it right here. Nate, if you want to come to the surface, this is Scarlett Johansson signing off Saturday Night Live, and which was a fantastic episode. I watched a little bit of it. It was funny, but this was a pretty cool sign-off from the cast and crew.
Back. And I just want to say
This one here.
Just
that
like
Abort,
so much to me.
abort,
I so
abort.
I mean, Bo Wegman, who I spent
Abort,
the weekend
abort,
with,
abort.
I mean,
Whoa,
I
chill.
complained about this.
No. I'm hitting your mic. I'm hitting your mic. I'm hitting the mic. I can't. You're too fired up right now.
Look.
I'm holding down your mute button right now. I'm holding down your mute button. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
For
We
those
just don't
who are
want to say
listening, basically
anything.
what happens sometimes is it's a right earphone, left earphone setup situation.
Well, we'll say this. Johansson looks beautiful in the video.
You can't claim jet lag coming from the East Coast.
I'm an hour behind.
What did you just try to call? What? By the way, okay, so I should have told you this during the break. Whoever gets sound, see under Leonard Fournette here, we'll get there. Bring up that audio. I don't care about the video on that tweet. But before we get there, my weekend winner, people who want Alvin Gentry fired. The Pelicans have now lost 12 in a row, and the rumblings. Well, at the beginning, I mentioned the Will Guillory article. That 12 losses is a franchise record. How about this? They have a defensive rating of 114. That is second worst in the NBA. They've given up 130
Golly,
points.
Who's worse than them on defense?
The Wizards.
Fire everybody in Washington.
Both the Pelicans and the Wizards have given up 130 points 7 times this season. Pels are 0-7 in those
It's
games.
an all-star game.
Dude, they've given up 40 points in a single quarter 8 times this season. 48 times. That leads the league. And it's only going to get worse.
What a slump buster the Pelicans are.
Six of the next 9 games are against playoff teams. So we are, as Will points out, we are potentially living in a nightmare future where if it gets really bad, Anthony Davis and the Lakers at the end of this could hand you your 20th loss in a row if you don't manage to stumble into a win before then, which if that's not just an exclamation point on kind of a validation of everything AD was saying when he wanted to get the hell up out of here, I don't know what is. So it's a little saddening there.
Brandon Hollingsworth, you got another one?
Nope, I thought T-Bob had a Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, I got some more. I got some more. We're good. Okay, here we go. Leonard Fournette is my weekend winner. So Leonard tweets out, "Great team win." He then follows that tweet up with, "It's crazy people still trying to doubt me, saying I'm not a top 5 back. But when you're the bullseye of the defense, it's hard. You can't control things. You can't make everyone block or call the plays. You have to work with what you have, and I've exceeded it all." So I actually got audio
Booga,
of
big team guy.
I got audio of a Leonard Fournette speech that he gave to the team after the win.
This has been the worst team, the worst experience I ever did. Players, this is not on you. So listen. This is not on you. Players, y'all did everything. Y'all gave your heart. Y'all did everything right. It was the coaches. The coaches. Listen up. The coaches, bro.
That's a little kid yelling at his little league team after the game, just going in on the coaches. Unbelievable.
Big team guy. I love it. Great
okay.
team win. But
but like, come on, give me some credit. Trey White, weekend winner, 2 picks. Everybody's now talking about Trey White being a top 5 player in the league, like top 5 corner because he did on Sunday
God, I
Night
was
Football.
so dead wrong on Trey White.
He's a beast. Shaq's a beast.
I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong on Trey White.
The New Orleans airport is fantastic. It really is.
It's not fantastic.
No, it's a
Bro,
great airport.
It is a great airport. I got through
What's wrong?
super
What's wrong with
quickly.
the
Yeah,
airport?
what's wrong with the airport?
It was tough to get out. They choke it down to one single lane of traffic to get out of there. I mean, who wants traffic leaving the airport?
Are you talking about driving?
You mean
I
like
didn't
once
find
you're
a problem.
leaving the airport, once you're getting like towards the interstate?
Out. Yes. Yes.
I don't have a
think
problem.
The airport
So
experience
I'd say
wasn't
the
bad.
airport itself. Look,
Okay.
I loved
All
it.
right.
I thought it was spectacular, Nathan. I'm with you. And then finally, all of us Star Wars fans are weekend winners. The Mandalorian bounced back after a poor episode, and Rise of Skywalker. I was shocked yesterday when I saw that it came out Friday.
So wait, is
I mean,
Mandalorian not the greatest show in the world anymore?
no, it had a down episode, so it wasn't for a
there
week.
you
But
go.
we're back. We're
We
back.
hate it now.
Now it's
Me
the
and Nick
greatest
will
show.
be recording our podcast today, but think about that, y'all. A journey that started in 77 riffs, all the way back
She
before
doesn't
this
care, bro.
segment
She wants to
started.
fight
I know,
everybody.
I know. Before this segment even started, Star Wars in 77, the culmination of the Skywalker
Okay,
trilogy
okay,
here
okay.
42 years later.
Take it. Hey, so look, they said that the audio was playing with Scarlett. Can I play it here?
Some people can hear it,
I'm
some
just
people
kidding.
cannot.
I'm just
Okay.
Saints and Colts next.